Well, happy Veterans Day. I hope you get a chance today to do some remembering and reflecting as part of Veterans Day. As you can see, I'm coming to you from my home office, and it probably even sounds a little bit echoey, and you can see from the shelves behind me that we are getting increasingly close to moving to Delaware. Our goal is still that by the end of this month, we'll be fully moved in, and we're looking forward to that. That's very exciting for us. It really cements the change and the newness of our time at Atlanta Road Alliance Church. We're looking forward to it. But I got thinking about today about this whole idea of Veterans Day and what the significance is. And I was trying to think of it in light of this last Sunday. We talked a lot about identity and our personal identity. It made me wonder, a lot of times our identity and the way we are as nations is achieved as a result of the sacrifices of the people who fought. A lot of the ways we can go forward and say we are free, we are a powerful nation, we are who we are, is a direct result of men and women who put their lives on the line and a lot of times end up dying so that we can make those statements about ourselves. But what I realized, and this is true if you have children and there hasn't been a lot of conflict that's been really in our faces in recent years, the further you get away from the events or the conflicts that made your identity what it was, the harder it is to attach a suitable degree of gravity and significance to it. The people who were part of this country right after World War II, it was very fresh in their minds, the sacrifice that had been made, and they took very seriously what it had done for them. Decades later, it's still an idea and people still honor it, but there's something a little bit less fresh about the idea. And that's why when moments of crisis like 9/11, it all comes bubbling back up to the surface. I wonder how much more it should be like that with our relationship with Jesus. He was the one who did the ultimate sacrifice. A lot of people talk about this every Veterans Day, how Jesus, through his death and on the cross, the fact that he suffered, that he went through all this pain and agony on my behalf, on your behalf, to secure for us an identity that allows us to be perfectly secure and truly significant and fully accepted, is amazing. And yet I wonder if over time we begin to take that a little bit for granted. Once a year, Easter, we try and put a little bit of a focus on it. But I wonder sometimes if we fully realize the degree of the grace that was extended by Jesus when he suffered and died for us. And I'm left wondering that if we really got a hold of what that looks like, the magnitude, how large that was, the thing that he actually did in our place was so big and so amazing and so powerful, if it would change how we viewed ourselves and our identity, and then how we lived out of it. I wonder if we really spend some time understanding and asking God to show us the depths and the breadth of his grace, if it might just change us a little bit more day by day. So my challenge to you this week, as we go through this Veterans Day week, is to spend some time thinking about it. Consider the degree, the depth of, and the scope of Jesus' sacrifice and the grace that he offered to us. And then let the magnitude of that instill in your heart and in your mind and in your actions a desire to live out of those identities the way that Jesus designed you to. I hope you have a great week. Next week, I'm going to share a little bit more about some of the key events and vision things that are going to be happening at ARAC in the new year. But until then, have a marvelous week, and we'll see you then.